Our 6-phase microcomputer relay protection tester. This is the main frame. Our device has an output of 6 voltages and 6 currents. Main measuring microcomputer relay protection. There are also traditional relay measurements, including time, voltage and current measurement. Let's take a look at the front panel first. This is our connection interface. It can be done through the data cable. Connect to our computer. Operate the equipment through the computer. This is a universal USB port. There are 2 in total. Can be connected to keyboard, mouse, printer, including wireless Wi-Fi. It is okay. Use our universal USB port to connect. This is a status running indicator. Here is a reset button. This is a power switch. That's the entire power switch. And this is an 8.4-inch display. Here is the button. This is a quick start and stop button. This is a touchpad mouse. This is the front panel. Let's take a look at the top. The green one here. Route 8 is our driving volume. We have a total of 8 ways to enter. 4-way is one of our openings. There are 4 routes of output. Here is the output of a DC power supply. There is an output of plus or minus 110. If positive 110 and negative 110 are used, it is one output of 220. This is a fixed DC output, mainly the power supply for our protection. If the DC screen has no power, we can use this power source to power our protective devices. Let's look at the side. This is our side panel. This is a power switch. The power supply can be cut off and turned on. It's a socket. There's a safety tube in here. Below is the ground terminal. This way. It is the output of 2 sets of currents and 2 sets of voltages. The maximum output voltage is 125 volts AC. DC can go to 150 volts. The maximum communication can be up to 30 amps. DC can go up to 20 amps. This is what happens to our output terminal. Let's turn it on and take a look. Our interface. This is the operation interface after we turn it on. So here are the experimental modules that we use a lot. Exchange experiment. Communication experiments are more commonly used by us. It can now put an alternating current and an alternating voltage. The DC test is mainly for DC relays. Frequency test. Mainly for frequency difference of generator protection, including high-frequency cutting machine. Low-frequency load shedding. Such experiments. Simultaneous test, mainly for grid connection. The current and voltage are mainly for relays. Test of central relay. The differential experiment is mainly aimed at differential protection, like the main protection of our main transformer. It has the possibility of differential protection. We can measure it with differential experiments, like our line protection needs to use this impedance. Impedance phase. Harmonics are mainly for. There is harmonic locking in the differential protection. You can use this module, power direction, impedance ladder, and zero sequence, all for line protection. The whole set of experiments targets the reclosing state sequence, mainly for when there are many states, state sequences can be used. The inverse time limit is for the inverse time limit relay. Includes differential relay, intermediate relay, are all for this specific relay. Tower frequency change. Mainly for the power grid. Tower frequency change. Such a protective device. Fault reproduction. We can call the recording file. Reproduce the output. System oscillation. It's an experimental module for simulating system oscillations. The meter can output a voltage and current. To detect secondary instrumentation machinery. Let's take a look in this communication experiment. This exchange experiment, it is our most commonly used test module. We can set our amplitude here. Here we can set the phase of each of our phases. This place can set our voltage step size, current step, and phase step, and frequency step size. This place can set the time for our every step. This place can set the output frequency. So we started experimenting. If there is protection after tripping, and he'll show you the results of our trial below. We can save the report. Save the measurement results. Save report. This will generate a report in the corresponding format. This is our 6-phase microcomputer relay protection tester. A rough idea.